All right, so when we bring in Nev and before we create a different homepage, our site doesn't really look like much. What we need to do is start putting in our branding. So this video will first start with, well, I guess we'll just do a whole bunch of it all at once. Let's see. So let me go to my dashboard here. And so different themes will come with different capabilities in the customizer. So we go to appearance, customize, and that's why I have everyone using the same theme, just so we all have the same common things. Again, we're limited because really you'd be going out finding your own theme that can really do what you want to do. I'm kind of like trying to play both worlds here, and so we're really just testing out the waters. Later on, you'll learn more. So let's look at what we have here. So obviously in our brand, I asked you to pick typography, right? So we'll go into typography, general. So general is going to be your body copy, right? Kind of the paragraphs of text, right? And I had you pick out a main text. So I'll go ahead and just take, right, Lato. So you can see, should just show you here that it has, stop, right? You have system fonts, but then we have the Google fonts, right? I told you to find the Google fonts because that's what we have access to on the web. So, I mean, there are other ways. So I'm going to find Lato, make that. And so you notice, all the text kind of became that. It all changed to that, except for maybe this, well, it probably gave a default text. We're going to change those over here. So I'll go back and I'll go to headings, right? And so I told you to pick this is more of your personality font. Now all the headings have to have that same font. And so let me go, I'll pick Abeja Libre and have it there. And now it's like we could go through and start looking at font sizes and changing font sizes. So what could this be? Maybe it's an H2. I'm going to go ahead and, so you see now that changes there, right? So that's one place to change it. I don't know how I did that. That's fine. No, I need to close that. Let's go back and you see the blog here. So in the blog, we have on an archive page, like this is an archive page, right? So individual post titles. So I could probably bring this font size down here. I don't want it to be 0. See, I can work in pixels. I can work in M's. Whoa, that's a very big, right? So let's make that 1M, right? So whichever you want to do, just visually do it. Don't worry about the difference between M's and pixels, right? It's not really any bother here. What else can we do? I mean, you could change the weight, right? If I want it, it's 400 is normal, 700 is a bold, really bold. Depending on what your font has. Again, you can change these things here. If you want to change a single post, we can click in right in this whole area. Right now I'm on the post. I know it doesn't look a whole lot different here. But here we could change this to do whatever we want. So if I want to make this 67 pixels, right? I changed it there, but on my home page, I know it looks exactly the same. It's super confusing, right? You'll see that it's different. This is a single article page. I should have made a different article just to show you the difference. But that's it, right? Kind of getting our typography in there. Okay, that's great. So we've got our typography set to our branding. And one word of warning is that you're going to have to probably go in and change futz with stuff again after we use the Elementor plugin to lay out a page, especially our home page. But it's all just, all this clicky stuff, right? So here we have, if we want to change our page background. Now notice our page background is different from our header. We're going to be able to change that header separate. But if you want to add something like a slightly color here, or if you want to add a background image, right, you can find like a repeating pattern or something, a very light pattern that doesn't get in the way of reading, and put that there as the background. You could even go crazy and you could, bring it this way. And then you'd have to go ahead and change your text color and, kind of go this way, right? So it's up to you on how you're going to do it. Now, the thing is, you actually don't have to. This will be just for your single posts, your articles. When we get into the page builder, we'll do sections. We'll fix things. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see what happens when I go to the home page, right? So it still has this. We're going to override the home page. not a big deal. I'm just going to leave it as is, right? It's up to you to kind of make these decisions. Your link colors, right? You might want to use one of your accent colors for your link color, right? Take the hover, make it a version that's slightly different than it, right? Probably a slight lighter, right? So that when I go over it, it gets slightly lighter. That's pretty much adding in your thing there. I guess in buttons, right, we can find if we have any buttons, you could change colors. Again, we're going to start getting into Elementor, so this isn't going to be as super helpful. Homepage settings, we did that in settings. Layout, this is where we can actually start to edit our single post layout. I'm going to make a separate video for that. For a homepage and other stuff, we'll do some other things. So the last thing we really need is the header and the footer, right? So our header is right here. I probably want to change the logo, right? So I'm going to change the logo. Now you see I can do this. I can add like different things. It's not changing anything because what I'm going to need to do is probably upload an icon, right? So a logo, I'm sorry. So I'm going to select the logo, and I've been doing this bird thing, so I whipped up in a couple seconds a little logo here. I didn't even color it or anything. I'm going to select it. I don't know why it wants me to do that. I don't want to crop it in anyway, or else I skip cropping. So there's my logo, and there it is. It replaced that right there. It's kind of small, so if we need to change it, I'm sure we can do something. So right here, this is where this will do something. So right here, we have the logo image only. I could do this, and it would have all this. I could do something like this. Likely, though, you wouldn't do that. You're probably in the image just want to build in your tagline. It's not a big deal. We can change our header if we want to change it. We can change its layout. So that's just the area of that. So you see here, we have this. We could delete these and change things. Again, it's for you to futz around. Right here is where you would actually really like change things down here. Also, you should know that you can view these and how will it look on mobile, right? So this is how we're going to look on mobile. Look, we have a nice little thing like that. So these are all things to pay attention to. We could change the header color, right? So if we had texts, we could change it. If we want to make it higher, right? We could change that. Change the background color to whatever it is we want it to be. Right, I'm making it ugly because I don't actually have any colors selected. We can kind of change the layout. We don't need to do that. Let me go back here. Let's go back into change logo. Can we make the logo bigger? Make the logo bigger. Here we go. Probably the max width will also work on the thing here, right? So I've gone ahead and made some changes to what I want, starting to add in my branding. It's all here in the customizer. Now, one thing is you don't want to just hit this X. This X is bad. This X takes you away and throws away all your changes if you hit it without changing. So hit cancel if you do that, and just go ahead and hit publish right here. And now our website will start to be coming together. I'm making a very ugly version because I'm just showing you capabilities. Ooh, I forgot about the footer, but needless to say, it's basically the exact same, right? I can go in here, back, footer. What goes in our footer, right? We could change what's in here if we really wanted to. If we wanted to add something new to the thing, we could go in here and say, I want to do footer 4, whatever this may be. So this is Nev, has these things built in. We're not going to worry too much about our filter here, right? We might want to go into copyright and just say, this is where you can actually, so this is HTML. So I just write something like, and copy, whoops, and copy. Why won't it let me send an and? Oh, I guess you can't, I guess you don't write HTML codes in here. So I will say, copyright, Kevin Ripka. Sure, why not? That's good enough. We don't really need anything fancy down there. You could put a menu down there and things down there. We're not worried about it right now. And so that is it. That is a start. of getting our branding colors and our typography into our WordPress site.